What's up, guys? This is Ruger here. This is the second 60 Minutes with Ruger podcast. Today we're going to be with Stephen Hendrix, and we're going to dive deeply into the mind of Stephen. Here we go.
Yeah, we ready? We going? We rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling. We're rolling, man.
All right. I'm Stephen Hendrix, the owner of the Stephen Hendrix YouTube channel, movie review channel, and Trenton's friend of like 14 years. That's pretty much who I am.
Been a long 14 years.
I don't know. Has it been 14? I just guessed.
I don't know. I'm guessing too. Been a while. Been a long
Since what,
time.
5th grade?
About then, yeah.
We're 22 now.
Yeah. He was 12 in like what, 5th grade?
Something like that.
Something like
Actually, no. I think 11. You're 13 in freshman year, aren't you?
Yeah, you're 13. No, not in freshman year. You're 14. You're 15. Because you turned 16 your sophomore year, you'd be able to drive, I remember.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Been a while. So you said you had a YouTube channel. What kind of content do you make?
It's all about movies, mostly horror movies, but really I'll talk about any. I do movie reviews. I'll pick out random DVDs. I like to go thrifting, and I'll make vlogs of that too. Just go into thrift stores, finding DVDs, Blu-rays. Go to places like Vintage Stock, and I'll do rankings of franchises. Pretty much anything movie talk. I'll talk about movie news. I have a podcast. I haven't uploaded on it in a while, but it's pretty much just a movie news podcast or random topics that I'll pick and talk about. But pretty much just movie talk. Everything movie talk.
So yeah, a lot of people likes the movie reviews. You've blown up quick on YouTube to 400.
Blown up.
Well, you went up pretty fast. I mean,
in the friend group, I've blown up. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, once I started doing movie reviews, it grew almost instantly. I was getting growth.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, we grew up doing YouTube, and we were always just doing random stuff, vlogs, and when I got into skateboarding, I'd make skateboarding videos, and we were always into gaming, so that was always a part of the channel. But whenever I found a niche, I decided I fell in love with movies and the horror genre, thriller genre, and I started watching guys like Cody Leach and Planet CHH and Dead Meat, and I figured I love talking about movies. Not a whole lot of people that I hang out with or associate with really are into movies as much as I am. So I said, screw it, I'll make a YouTube channel talking about movies so that I can get that itch out of my body. And as soon as I found that niche and I started uploading only movie stuff, people were a lot more interested. So after trying almost everything else on YouTube, really finding that niche rewarded me good. And I was getting hundreds of subscribers over just months after doing like 8 years of having like 30 and 40 subscribers.
Yeah, that's a big difference though, still. For us especially.
Yeah, I have 420 now, which if you told that to a 13-year-old me, Trenton and Preston, we'd be like
screaming.
We might as well be famous.
Yeah, we'd be fucking eating caviar.
I remember we'd get like 25 views, and that was a banger video back then. And we had I remember when I got like 40 subscribers, I was high rolling.
It seemed like back in the day though, YouTube was a lot harder than what it is now. Seemed like now, if you make a good video, good hashtags, the video will just blow up. Especially if shorts now. Back in the day, we had shorts and shit.
Shorts, I think, have been the consequence of that. That the whole shorts thing blows up quick. I mean, you could literally upload a video of you taking out the laundry. Oh, that was my phone. And it could literally get like 10,000 views. Like, it's so random. And back then, you had to capture everybody by your what it seemed like was by your personality, and that was hard because when you have nobody to boost you up, you're literally just a random kid from a small town uploading a video of you going to the park. And it's like the Wild West. YouTube was the Wild West back then.
Yeah, a lot harder. And plus, I think nowadays a lot more people watch shorts because, you know, like TikTok and all that stuff's like
they're addicting.
Yeah, it's like now everyone has a time span of 10 seconds on a video. It seems like.
Yeah, and not only that, but you have a time span of popularity. It seems like back then, somebody would be popular for years. Mm-hmm. Now it seems like somebody blows up, and they're in the ring for about a month at the most, and then it's on to the next best thing. But I remember back then, I mean, we were into FaZe when we were into Call of Duty, and shoot, it seemed like they were the thing for like 5 years. That's unheard of now.
Yeah.
Like, you're in it, you go viral, and you're done.
Yeah. So, what is one video on your channel that blew up quick? Your most viewed?
Yeah. Well, that would be the most random video on my channel and the least effort video on my channel. It was the second time I made 2 of these videos, but me and Preston going to Spirit Halloween and Party City to look for Halloween masks. The first one got like 1,000 views, which I thought was crazy. So we did it again because it's easy. We literally just go shopping and record. And I'm pretty sure it's sitting at about 27,000 views right now.
Damn.
I was flabbergasted. I remember I uploaded that, and I'm a slow internet, obviously, so I took all night to upload. And I think it ended up uploading at like 1 in the morning. And I woke up at 8, and it was at 10,000.
Wow.
I didn't know what the heck happened.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just the most random stuff. And all my other videos, I spend hour to hours editing. Usually I can edit within an hour on my videos. But that one I slapped together on iMovie in like 5 minutes, and it's by far my most popular video.
Wow, that's insane.
By tens of thousands.
I've seen a couple videos that you made. Like, was that one of them that you recreated the mask, right? I
mask. Started back up. Yeah, I started my movie channel by rehauling these Jason masks because I was getting big into the YouTuber Big Hush that rehauls masks. So I wanted to try it, and that I didn't know that I was going to do a movie review channel at that time. I just uploaded it to upload it, and then soon after is whenever I decided that I want to start talking about movies on YouTube.
Yeah. You ever thought about making another one after that?
Yeah, I probably will. I mean, I made 2 Jason ones, and then I made a Ghostface one, and then I most likely will make a Michael Myers one. I have a Trick or Treat Studios Halloween mask that I'll probably end up rehauling on video, and I probably will eventually do every single iteration of the Jason mask. I want to make a part 4 and a part 6 and part 7, part 8. I'll probably make all of them. So whenever I get around to them, I'll definitely record them and put them up just like the others.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought they looked sick after you got done with them.
I was surprised at how good they came out. I just followed the videos pretty much, and I mean, I think they came out good. Especially that first one I did came out amazing. I was shocked at how good that came out.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, one of my best videos, honestly, as far as editing and quality. It's honestly one of my better videos.
Yeah. What do you want your channel to look like in 10 years?
In 10 years? Shoot. Well, I hope I'm beyond the YouTube channel by then. I'm not saying I won't be doing it, but I have other dreams. My main dream is to be a writer. So in 10 years, I'm hoping that's rolling. Mm-hmm. But not to say that I won't be doing YouTube. But if I am, I mean, I hope in 10 years, I hope I'm at least at like 15K. And that's high expectations, but also low expectations. I mean, realistically, in 10 years, you'd like to be at like 50K, but I'd be happy at like 15K. That'd be awesome, or even 10K.
Yeah.
But so I'm talking about subscribers, obviously, and doing the same stuff I'm doing now, just chilling. Hopefully, I turn my channel more into a chill, talk about movies channel. I think I struggle with that now. I'm a little bit too cardboard, in my opinion. I mean, some of my videos, I'm pretty proud of staying casual, but I'm working on trying to stay more casual and just chilling and talking about movies, and just like I want to get used to talking to the camera as if I'm talking to a friend instead of talking to a camera. That's something I'm working on.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's your dream job? Writing?
My dream job is to be a novelist. Yeah. Or well,
big word.
Well, my dream, I guess, if a genie came to me and said I could have any job I want, I would probably be a film director, a movie director.
Yeah.
But I would say my dream job is to be a writer, because I think I could, if I'm a successful writer, I could probably wean myself into the movie business. So I would say a writer of some sort, screenplays, novels, stuff like that.
What motivates you to write?
The authors I love, self-discipline.
Yeah.
The love of the craft. I feel whenever I'm really into it, I mean, I'm not saying it's not a chore to get myself to do it. There are days that I do not feel like writing, but I try to force myself to, just because I know that first of all, I'll regret it if I don't, and it'll slow me down extremely. Even if you miss one day, it just slows you down extremely. But whenever you're really into it and you like it, it's enjoyable. It's relaxing. If I'm writing a scene that I've been thinking about for a while, I'm just in pure euphoria whenever I'm writing it. I love every second of it.
Mm-hmm. So, what kind of inspires you to write? Like, is there a certain author or like anything?
Yeah. At first, it was Stephen King. Mm-hmm. Obviously, that's the go-to. But now, I would definitely say the author that inspires me the most is Andrew Clavin.
What
he writes thrillers. He's been writing thrillers since the 80s. But he's a little bit more on the conservative side, but he doesn't let politics go into his books. He is strictly a entertainment writer. Mm-hmm. And his novels are compared to none as far as modern authors. He's by leaps and bounds, and I try to keep up with new novels, and he's by leaps and bounds better than any other author publishing today, from what I've read. And that includes Stephen King now. Stephen King's kind of fell off, in my opinion. Not saying that he's a bad writer now. He's still a very good writer, but Andrew Clavin is my biggest inspiration nowadays, for sure.
Do you have a favorite book that you like out of them?
Well, funny to say, my favorite book is actually a nonfiction book, even though I'm a fiction lover. But that is Andrew Clavin's memoir, The Great Good Thing. That's my favorite book. Mm. But as far as fiction books, I probably have to say Stephen King's Salem's Lot is my favorite fiction book. Mm. I love Andrew Clavin's Cameron Winter mystery books that he's currently publishing. I love those books, but I don't think I've read anything that truly spooked me out more and enveloped me in the world of the book more than Salem's Lot.
Yeah.
Masterpiece.
So, have you like started writing on a book or writing something? Like, have you started writing a book or anything?
Yeah, I've started writing one. It's a slow process, but it's probably the hardest thing I've ever tried to do. That's pretty much all I can say really about it, is that I've started writing one. I've written a few short stories, and I still write short stories. Whenever I need a break from writing the novel, I will just go off and start writing something that I've been thinking about. If something pops into my mind, I'll go off and write it. And then I've tried screenplays. I write all the short films that I've done on YouTube, and I have a few written that we haven't done. So I write stuff like that. Just for the short films, like 5-page short films and stuff like that. It's fun stuff.
So talk about short films. I'm in one of them on the
Yeah,
Woods.
You're my main actor. Well, we've done one. Yeah. I've done 5, I think. Let's see, I did What's in Here.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Or What's Out There, What's in Here. Woods, Creatures of the Night with Logan. I did Cheater. I want to say there's another one. Is that all? I guess that's all. But I've written another solo one that I'm going to do hopefully soon. It's called Void. It's one of my proudest short screenplays so far. It's a little bit less goofy than the other ones. I try to take a comedic in the ones that I have done. But this one is a little bit more serious. I'm going to try to take my time on it and really make it good. So that's a solo one that I'm going to be working on in the next few months, probably.
So what's the difference?
That's on my other channel.
What's like the difference between writing a book or writing a screenplay? What's different on that part? Because I know you got to probably think of when you're writing like a film, you got to think of what you want your actors doing during that talking scene. Then writing a book, you're just like kind of just writing it in a way.
Well, first of all, I'm not going to act like I'm the person to ask because I'm by no means a successful writer or claim to know what I'm doing. But from what I have done, the difference is I believe a novel comes to you a little bit smoother whenever you get into the groove of writing a paragraph. After the first 100 words, 200 words, the story kind of just flows to you for a good at least 1,000 words, and you don't really have to think about it as much. When it comes to a screenplay, and you're making all the adjustments, and you have to move around the cursor a lot more and do exterior, interior, little explanation paragraphs, and then dialogue. The dialogue has to be perfect every time. You have to make it sound realistic. You have to worry about all that stuff. You're not just worrying about story. You're also worrying about does this sound like something somebody would actually say. Whenever usually I try to say it out loud. Whenever I'm done writing something or writing a scene, I'll perform it myself out loud to make sure it sounds like something somebody would actually say. Mm-hmm. So you're thinking about more of the logistics when you're writing a screenplay because it's a story, but it's also character driven, as in dialogue. The explanations don't have to be perfect, but the dialogue has to be perfect, or else it just won't sound right. So I'd say that's the main difference. A novel has no boundaries. You can go anywhere, go any direction, and it pretty much just comes to you after a while.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. So, have you been going to any type of schooling for film or even writing?
So far, just self-study. I try to read as much as I can. I watch movies a lot. I'll go on the screenplay website and read scripts. And I've learned a lot from that. I've learned a lot from that, actually. I read a lot of John Carpenter scripts, Quentin Tarantino a little bit. Just some of my favorite movies. I remember reading the Alien script was a good one. And that taught me how to use the script layout and the form. Mm-hmm. I've watched videos on film. I've watched videos on writing. And that's another thing I like about Andrew Klavan is he has a YouTube channel and he talks a lot about writing. And his memoir talks about the writing process. Stephen King's half memoir that he wrote is really good. I've read that. So basically just self-study so far. I'm thinking about in the future maybe doing some classes on both of them, but that's undecided right now. It's just all self-study. I read as much as I can.
Yeah. So for the younger audience that's watching that want to be a writer and a book writer or even a YouTuber or anything, what would you tell them right now? Act like you're talking to yourself, like when we was like.
Well, the first thing I would say is listen to anybody else but me, because I'm just a Joe Schmo.
Mm-hmm.
I would say go read as much as you can, as often as you can. Read good things. Read good books.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to successful writers, and not a YouTuber with 400 subscribers. But honestly, the best advice I've ever heard from any writer will tell you this is to write as much as you can and read twice as much.
Yeah. Never give up.
Never give up.
Well, let's see here. So, what kind of music do you like? I know you had some cool music that you listen to.
The genres of music that have acquired is wide. I fell in love with rock and roll first, so I listened to a lot of rock and roll. From the 50s all the way up to the 90s and all the way up to the newer ones coming out like Dirty Honey and Greta Van Fleet.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also fell in love with classic music. I love the 40s and 50s, non-rock and roll 50s and 40s music. Pretty much anything from Crosby to Elvis to the Beatles to even really classic like Beethoven and Bach. I love piano music, and then I also love movie music. So I absolutely adore John Carpenter. I have a lot of playlists that are just movie music. But as far as rock and roll, because I know you like rock and roll.
Oh yeah.
It started with Motley Crue. I watched the movie The Dirt in 2019, I believe it was, and it completely changed my life musically. Before that movie, I didn't listen to music. I had a playlist with 3 songs on it, and it was all rap because that's what everybody listened to, and it was like I never listened to it. Yeah, I think it was like 21 Savage and Juice WRLD.
Bank account. I remember you listening to that all the time when we was kids.
And it was like I didn't like music. Like I remember having a project in school. I was in theater, and we had to pick a song. And I literally could not pick a song because I didn't listen to music. And the teacher was like, really? Because it's kind of striking to think about now, because the teacher turned to me and said, you really strike me as a musical person. And I was like, no, not really. And then like less than a year later, I fell in love with music. So it's kind of crazy to think about. But it started with Motley Crue. Then I got into the Scorpions, and I really got into Pink Floyd. And then I went back and really got into the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and the Monkees. The list goes on. I mean, I love rock and roll music. Some of it I've turned away from just because I've expanded my music so much because I've heard so much good music now that some of the stuff that I used to listen to really dampened on me. But I love a lot of the stuff. I mean, 90s, I love Alice in Chains, the Spin Doctors, and then, like I said earlier, Greta Van Fleet and Dirty Honey. I really like the stuff they're coming out with nowadays. 60s, I mean, I fell in love with the 70s, but the Eagles, I fell in love with. There's a lot. I mean, the list goes on. I love a lot of bands. Yeah. Led Zeppelin was huge for me.
I like. Get me started. Yeah,
The Doors. I have to mention The Doors. The Doors is one of my favorite bands of all time. Creedence Clearwater Revival, one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to everything. I mean, literally from the 1800s to now. Anything but rap. I completely shut off rap. I do not listen to rap music at all. I think it's a rejection of music. I think it is music repellent.
Yeah. Did you see the Back to Beginning performance with Ozzy for his last concert?
Yeah, I seen some clips on YouTube. I'm a fan of Ozzy, but I was never a diehard fan of Ozzy, so
Mm-hmm.
um, I didn't know everything that he was singing. But I tend to like Black Sabbath a little bit more than his solo stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I seen that performance. It was pretty
Yeah,
good.
they had a lot of bands there. They had a lot of big bands. They had
Yeah, that's actually how I seen it.
Guns N'
I think it was
Roses.
Axl Rose posted it on Instagram. That's how I found out about the whole thing.
Yeah, and that was the first time they ever met in person, him and Ozzy. I was reading about that the other day. I thought I thought that was so weird.
That was
but
that was that's hard to imagine, but Axl Rose had a lot of drama back in the 90s and late 80s, so kind of don't doubt it either.
yeah, there was a lot of good bands. Metallica, and that's my favorite band.
Metallica's your favorite? I like Metallica. There's some stuff I like in there.
Yeah.
I think my favorite album of theirs, it's got to be Masters.
Oh yes, Masters.
But I like Ride the Lightning for the most part. Black Album's pretty good for the most part. Their first one, Kill 'Em All, is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I think Master of Puppets is where they peaked.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think they used to be the band. What do they call them? The band that always came out and played before the main band came out and played and shit. Kind of get them hyped up.
Yeah, they were the opening bands for.
They was the opening bands for. They really got known for doing it for Black Sabbath and Ozzy too.
Yeah, well, it's pretty wild when you look back at the history of when bands started, and it would be like a no-name band or a band that's about to blow up and be huge was opening for like a no-name band that really didn't go anywhere, and it's wild. I remember seeing an old ad, and it was like this band. I forget what they're called. They were like the Black Sheep or something, and Led Zeppelin was opening for them. They were the undercard. And I was like, wow, the people had no clue.
That's wild.
There's wild stuff like that all the time.
So do you collect, I know you collect vinyls. You want to talk about that? I know you have a shit ton.
I haven't bought any in a while, but yeah, I get in phases where I get big into that. I think I got, last I counted, I think I have like 70 or a little bit over 70. But
Dang.
I mean, whenever I got into music, that kind of came with it. I got really big into vinyl. And then I discovered that record store that we have here in town, and I fell in love with it. I mean, it was like getting into rock and roll and then finding vinyl at the same time. It was like the coolest thing ever. That was a fun summer. I think it was summer 2020. That was a fun summer.
Yeah. So have you ever been to an actual concert,
Yeah, I've been to a few. Went to the tour that Motley Crue did with Def Leppard, and Joan Jett and Poison was with them. So I knocked all four of those off my bucket list. Def Leppard was probably the best, to be honest. I love Motley Crue's probably my favorite 80s band, but they were a little bit lackluster at that concert. It was still amazing to see them, and it was before Mick Mars left the band, so I was glad to see him. And then me and my dad went to see Ted Nugent.
Oh, yeah.
That was probably my favorite concert, honestly. He was amazing. And then more recently, me and my dad went to see Great White, and Slaughter, that 90s band. Slaughter was opening for him. So I seen Slaughter and Great White. Nobody opened for Ted Nugent. I thought they'd have somebody, but they didn't. I think that's everyone I've seen, so... Yeah.
Have you, do you have any, rare type of vinyl? Like, any rare records or anything?
I got a few record store day exclusives. I got Ted Nugent's Spirit of the Wild when he released that on record store day, so that is out of print. And then also the Doors did their record store day vinyl record. I forget what it's called. but it had an unreleased track on it, and then a few other live performances that were unreleased. So I think those are my two most rare ones. I'm trying to think. I have a soundtrack for House and House 2, the horror movies. I don't know if that's rare or not, but I remember finding that. I have an old pressing of Boston, the debut album, but it's probably not rare. It's just old.
Yeah.
But I think that those are the two rarest ones I got. They're both out of print. I haven't checked it on eBay, but they're probably going for a pretty penny now.
Yeah. Do you play video games?
You know that answer, boy. Not much anymore.
Not much
anymore. But I do get in phases. I changed. I played online games all the way up till probably like 2 years ago. And then, about not that long, probably about a year ago, if that. And then I switched and got into only offline, like story games. So whenever I do get into a video game mood, it's for those type of games. It's not really for online gaming. I don't find much enjoyment in online gaming anymore. It's just I like story-driven games more than anything now. The last game I've been playing was what is that samurai game? I cannot remember.
Samurai game? Oh,
yeah,
Ghost of
Yoshima or Tsushima.
Yeah. That's it.
I'm like halfway through that game. It was good, but my gaming bone only lasts for so long, and then I get out of it. So, yeah. I'd like to play the Resident Evil games at some point in my life.
Oof, man, those games are some puzzle games, man. Hard games for me.
Puzzle games, yeah.
I mean, I'll sit there and play them, but they're kind of spooky. Well, my favorite is I think it's Biohazard, Resident Evil Biohazard.
Yeah, I've heard that one's good. I think that's 7. I've heard 4 is good too.
Well, honestly, that was my first one I've ever played. I played that one for some reason. I think it was free on Game Pass, and I just downloaded it, and I fell in love with it. Then I ended up going to the very first one and playing all the little spin-offs they had, and then just going through them all. But the newest one, I don't think I have the newest one. But they're some fun games.
I kind of like puzzle games. I got more into them. I played a game called Inside. It's just a little side scroller, and it's like a beat in one day type of thing. I think the whole game is only like an hour and 45 minutes. But you're just this kid doing puzzles and running through this this evil company. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. So what's like one video game that you actually could play for hours?
Not much anymore, but if I had to pick one to play for hours, I mean, give me that game that I was just playing, Ghost of Tsushima or whatever.
Yeah,
I'll finish that game. But my favorite video game of all time was Black Ops 3. If you could put me back into the prime of that game, then yeah, I'd sit there and play that game all night.
I had some sad news about Call of Duty just about an hour ago, so I'm pretty mad at them right now.
What now?
I got banned. I cannot play another Call of Duty now on my Ruger account.
What?
Yep.
For what?
For cheating. That's what it said.
What?
Yep. I loaded
Were you cheating?
When I got off the phone with you. I just downloaded it too, and I loaded in, and it said you have been banned from Call of Duty servers, and I clicked on the link before it to tell me what I got banned for, and it said for cheating and abusive behavior. Ain't that wild?
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so no Call of Duty videos.
No Black Ops 7 for you.
Yeah.
They're copy and paste games anyway.
I think I think it's just only on Black Ops 6, hopefully. But I sent an email to him wondering why I was banned for cheating and all the other stuff, because I haven't played in about 2 months. I just downloaded and got on. So,
I got burnt out of Call of Duty on this last one.
Yeah, it was the army movement was pretty good, but it was copy and paste.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason Black Ops 3 is my favorite of all time is because I didn't really play the ones before it as much, especially online. I mean, I'm sure to a kid who didn't play Black Ops 3, 4, and 5, they probably love Black Ops 6.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's all about how much you've played it.
Well,
I mean, now it's just played out for me.
Played hella of the other ones before Black Ops 3, but back then, it wasn't like copy and paste, though. It wasn't.
No, I mean, I get what you're saying.
It was different. I mean, those old Call of Duties will always be the best to me because it's like when they made like the campaigns and all that, it's like it was 10 times better than what they have coming out now. And
what's your favorite? I don't think I've ever heard your favorite. What's your favorite Call of Duty?
My favorite Call of Duty of all time would probably be Black Ops 2. All time.
Black Ops 2.
That's a good one. Black Ops 2 or honestly,
I always said. Go ahead.
Modern Warfare 3. Or 2.
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, 2. The new one or the old one?
The old one.
Yeah. I always said Black Ops 2 was my favorite, but I think that was just out of insecurity. And then one day I was just thinking about it, and I was like, no, my favorite is Black Ops 3. That is literally my favorite. I don't care what anyone says. Now it's not as much as an unpopular opinion, but it's still, you'll get some flack if you say that in public. But, I mean, it just is. Whenever I'm thinking about it, it literally is. It's my favorite zombies, my favorite multiplayer, my favorite movement, my favorite guns. The black market was perfect. I mean, to me, it's just a masterpiece of a Call of Duty. Everything was exactly how I like it in a Call of Duty.
It was a masterpiece. I loved the Nuketown. I remember us playing Nuketown trying to shoot all the heads off.
Yeah.
That was pretty creepy.
And Shadows of Evil just blew me out of the water.
Oh, yeah.
That zombies map was made for me.
Dude. Treyarch Zombies back in the day was the best. They by far mastered zombies. Now I don't know what the hell they're doing. Honestly, I think they fired everyone and it's all new people making them now probably.
They made masterpieces for 3 years and then they just ran out of steam, I guess.
It wasn't 3 years. It was from when they first started.
Well, yeah, I mean, 3 games.
I mean, they had it going good. I think the last good one was Black Ops 4. That's when they kind of...
I didn't get into that. When Black Ops 4 came out, I was still playing BO3. Yeah, I never really got to get on the BO4 hype.
It was like 3 without... It was... there was Black Ops 3, and then in the timeline, it was before Black Ops 3. Black Ops 4 is before Black Ops 3. It was... You had the same characters, but you didn't have like the jetpacks yet. You're about to get there. Then you had some of the like the gravity spikes you just got and stuff.
That's what I remember. Like the guy was using like a prototype for the gravity spikes before they were done.
And it was pretty good. They had that Call of Duty was my favorite camos in that for that COD.
Really?
I love the diamond camo. The gold camo's good. They did really good on camos on that one. But nothing can beat Dark Matter from BO3 though.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Masterpiece. And they brought it back in Black Ops 6, but I don't know. I still
it's
they said it's the same thing, but I don't know. I don't want to say anything because it might be the same thing. But yeah, and they said in Black Ops 6 they were supposed to bring back round-based zombies. Well, I can tell you right now that shit, it is round-based, but it ain't really round-based.
Technically it's round-based, but I mean, I don't know what they're going for with that. I mean, they literally made masterpiece zombies and get feedback from the world. Everyone loves their zombies maps, and then they just go off the rails, and now they're just like refusing to make, I don't know, traditional Call of Duty zombies, even though they know the entire world loves them. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what their logic is. I genuinely just don't get it. I don't know.
I think I know why now. I just thought about this. You know, if you look back at the old zombies, they have a storyline. They have like like Nikolai and all them, and then the transit people and all the other little groups back in the day. They always had like a storyline. Well, if you look at the zombies from the last 4 years now, they don't have a storyline. They're just you just go in as your character, like in multiplayer.
Well,
I've noticed.
the thing is, they ended that storyline, and I think that's a mistake because it's a video game.
Yeah.
I don't want, like, you don't have to end it. We don't need a happily ever after. Just keep going with them.
Mm-hmm.
I never understood that. I mean, for the most part, I'm not coming to a video game for an in-depth story too much. I mean, I like story games, but at the same time, it's a video game.
Yeah.
Like, people are having fun with it. You keep going with it.
I just don't think they had any
It's not
ideas
a movie. It's not a book.
after that. Like I think that's what they really did. Know. I think that's where they did mess up on. When they ended that series, they didn't have nothing to think of or something.
I mean, they had other characters they could have went with, like the family in Transit.
Yes, and
I would have loved for them to make a sequel to that.
Yes, I had the poster of the girl on my wall for a long time when I was a kid.
and the people in Shadows of Evil. I would have loved the continuation of them.
Yes, that would have been a good one too.
That would have been awesome. If they made a sequel to Shadows of Evil, I would buy the deluxe edition of that Call of Duty, whatever it is.
A lot of people don't know, but Advanced Warfare Zombies was really good too. A lot of people forget about that.
Yeah, I had Advanced Warfare. I don't remember playing the zombies as much, but that was back before we got online.
Yeah,
so I played just like bots and stuff.
The zombies didn't come out the day Advanced Warfare came out. They came out like the game was already out for 3 years before they dropped zombies. It was like a DLC. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was kind of like spooky in a way. Horror.
Yeah, I remember playing them later after the fact, but I never got big into them.
Yeah. So, I didn't want to ask you this because I already know the answer, but what would you prefer? Xbox, PC, or PlayStation 5?
Well, if I'm being realistic, it's PC.
Okay. But
I've always been a console person, and I've always been an Xbox guy, but I think this generation, PS5 kicked Xbox's ass, to be honest with you. I ended up getting both. First time I ever got both consoles.
I would agree.
And I love my PS5.
I will get me a PS5 one day.
It's amazing.
I almost bought one.
It is just so smooth.
I almost bought one Saturday, actually. I talked myself out of it.
In the defense of Xbox, I do have the crappiest one. I have the Xbox One S, or Series S. Yeah. And then but I also have the PS5 digital only, so it's like the same version but PS5, and that's what I'm comparing. I'm not comparing the Pro to the Xbox One X. I'm comparing the two digital ones from each one, and the PS5 is so much better, so much smoother.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it. It's just smoother, and the controller just blows Xbox controller out of the water with the whole vibration and the connection with the game. I mean, you can literally feel it in the triggers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has force feedback. I was blown away by that.
I'm gonna have to get me one. I told myself I have to get one for GTA 6. I got to.
Yeah, you can feel the gun kicking in the trigger.
Wow.
That's all I'm gonna say. And like, if you're playing a racing game, the brake and the gas pedal is hard to press down.
Oh wow! I didn't know that. Dang.
It's crazy.
Wow. They have like an Elite controller version, or is?
They do have an Elite controller, but just the normal one is amazing too.
How about the Elite controller's insane?
It's probably stupid insane.
I remember when I had my PS4. I had the PS4 Pro, the Black Ops 3 edition, when my dad bought it for me for Christmas one year. And I remember it was the first time I ever played on a PlayStation 4. I mean, I've had PlayStation 3, but PlayStation 4 is a lot different. I remember that you could talk through the controller with as a mic. I remember. I thought that was cool.
Yep, that's still a thing, yep. And like certain games that program it, like you can hear the characters talking through the controller.
And I'll never forget the first time I booted up GTA 5 on the PlayStation, seeing them colors flashing in front of that controller.
Oh yeah, Like when you have the cops on you.
Yeah, red and blue. Then in the scene when it like the glass breaks, right when the sirens start, the controller started doing it and shit. I thought that was the coolest thing ever when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think PlayStation has always done it just a little bit better as far as controller and connectivity with the game, trying to connect the player to the game.
Yeah.
But I love Xbox. I grew up an Xbox kid. I was Xbox all the way up until this generation, and I still got the Xbox, but I got both this time. It's the first time I got both. And to be honest, next generation, I mean, I'm going to watch the trailer. I'm going to do my studying, but I might end up just getting the PlayStation 6 on the next generation. I don't know yet. I mean, we'll have to see what goes on.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be around 2030 before we know anything, really.
It'll be a while, but yeah, I mean, the obvious answer is PC. PC beats them both because it has everything. It can do anything.
Honestly, it's kind of crazy.
It looks better.
You look back, you feel like the Xbox Series and the PS5s just came out, it feels like, but in reality...
Yeah, it's been years.
How
long has it been?
5 years.
Jeez.
2020.
I still remember people going crazy trying to get one.
Yeah, I remember they sold out everywhere.
That seems like a year ago.
I kind of jumped on it late, though. I think I bought my next gen in like the year, like 1 year.
Oh yeah, I did too. I waited till the hype was calmed down and they were easy to get.
Because I remember going to the store, and we was working at the time when this was going. I think. I think
I waited a good year.
Yeah, I remember going to the store. I remember day one release. Well, I wasn't getting one that day. I've seen the line and all the people pitch tents, and my mom said no. And then we waited. Then eventually I moved with my dad, and I started working, and I had money up, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go to Best Buy. I'm gonna buy me this son of a bitch right now." Well, I go to Best Buy, and sold out of the Xboxes, and even with the PS5s, they sold out of everything, and that's when I remembered about Amazon. You could buy stuff off Amazon. I never used it at the time, and I got on there, and they was even sold out on there, so I had to wait like months, and it was finally in stock, and I ended up buying it off Amazon. But I bought I think it was a Rebirth or something, like it was used before or something. Yeah, because that was the only one they had. All the new ones were sold out, and I couldn't stand waiting anymore. But
I remember whenever I got mine, it was an off day for me. I was off from work, and I just remember waking up, walking into my living room, and I just decided that I wanted to get the next gen today. So I literally took my Xbox One S that I had forever apart. Took it off, like unplugged everything, and I listed it on Facebook. And literally within 2 hours, somebody offered it to me. We made a deal. He came over. I sold it to him. And then it was like 4 o'clock that day that I was heading to GameStop to get the Xbox Series S. So I literally decided I wanted to get it, sold my Xbox, and then went and got it in the same day.
Yeah.
It was very quick.
Yeah, mine was a struggle. That was during the prime of them. They first came out. And I got out with the S.
Yeah, it must have been over a year, because I remember a year after they came out, it was still hard to get them.
Yeah, they had
still struggling to get them.
They had a chip shortage too. They were selling them so fast. Even that's the same thing with PlayStation 5. They were selling them so fast. They had a chip shortage of the little chip that goes inside of them, and that's why it took forever for them to come back. They actually stopped making them for 3 months during that time. That's why it just took forever.
I didn't know that. It must have been closer to 2 years when I got mine, because I remember whenever I went to GameStop, they had plenty of them, and I didn't have a problem at all. I just said, "Hey, I want the Series S," and got it right then and there.
Yeah. I'll never forget that journey. I'll never forget plugging it up for the first time, seeing the whole new freaking...
I can't remember what I played first.
I don't even know what I played first.
Can't remember.
I remember
probably something I already had, but
I remember I couldn't remember what I wanted to play, because there wasn't really that much excess games, so it really wouldn't.
I want to say a new dirt racing game came out around that time, and I think I bought it and played it, but I don't know.
I think my most like favorite memory on buying a console was when I got rid of my Xbox 360 for the original Xbox One. I'll never forget because I played GTA 5 on the 360 online for a long time. And then I bought Black Ops 3. A lot of people didn't know this, but Black Ops 3 actually came out on 360 too. And that's when I first played it, was on the Xbox.
It was one of the last games to release on 360.
Yes. And I bought it on Xbox 360 because my mom wouldn't give me my Xbox till Christmas, so I had to wait. And so we ended up getting it on 360, and I remember there wasn't going to be any updates, nothing. It told you in the beginning there was no campaign, it was zombies and multiplayer. If you go back today, the game is what it looked like on release day. Probably pretty cool looking. But I remember playing Shadows of Evil, and you know, like the starting area, when you come out, there's a Jeep there that has its headlights on, pointing at the wall, where you couldn't see like the shadows. You didn't have shadows on that game. You didn't see your player didn't cast the shadows, and nothing cast the shadows. It was kind of weird. But I'll never forget getting the Xbox One for Christmas, booting up Black Ops 3, playing Shadows of Evil, and my mind was blown by shadows. Seeing my character's shadow when I was moving and stuff, I thought that just was crazy to me. Same with GTA.
Yeah, it's pretty funny actually. If you go back and look at the 360 version of BO3, it looks horrendous.
Yeah.
Compared to now. I mean, you can play. It's enhanced now, but
yeah. I mean, BO3 got crazy. I loved it when they brought back all the old maps, older games, the Chronicles or whatever they called it.
Oh yeah, when they came out with the Chronicles, that was amazing. People still play BO3 for that reason.
Yeah, and the thing is, BO3, I will buy BO3 again on computer. The only reason why is because it's still alive. It's because they had a workshop, I found out a couple months ago. And that's where they get like the modded maps. That's why that game's still alive. Because they just new maps coming out in those workshops, like SpongeBob's house. You're playing zombies in SpongeBob's house. I mean, there's some crazy stuff out there. Like, there's that one I watched a video on the other night. The zombie map was inside of a McDonald's. I mean, it was
yeah. I remember you showing me stuff like that.
And I didn't
like they made a map in the GTA garage.
Yes, and I never knew where they did that on. And I started noticing as they're using Black Ops 3 guns. And then when I got a computer and Steam, I found out about the workshop stuff. And then when I looked up Black Ops 3 on Steam, and I seen that's where they got it from. They just download it and it's on the game.
By the way, are you aware that you hit 300?
Oh, what?
Yeah. I just know.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, you're at 36. Nice.
Oh, shit.
I like the new logo, too.
Yeah, that one took me a while, and I'm pretty pissed off. You guys will probably notice in a couple videos from now that my intro is gone. My intro, yesterday I was going through my computer deleting downloads and recordings to free up some room, and I accidentally deleted my intro and my
I think you recover files. Huh?
I looked everywhere. I ended up deleting them in the recycling bin too, so I lost them forever. And I could not remember the website I made it on, and I'm pretty sure I made them and paid for them separately, because I remember it was like a monthly deal or just pay. After I made it, I have to pay for the video for it to get the watermark and everything off. And I cannot remember the website I did that on, so I made me a new intro too. Working on the outro still. But the intro is pretty creative. Nice. I have it where the picture is shooting that gun actually. Took me forever to do that. I put the gun sound
that'll be cool.
And sync the gun sound into it. It was hard. But it'd be good. Kinda needed a new logo anyways, an actual logo instead of an AI picture. But yeah. So what's one game? So this basically answered. You already answered this. It's Black Ops 3. Your favorite video game memory. What's your favorite video game memory that you can think of?
Memory? Well, I'll pick a different one because this one hits hard too. I remember the Christmas that I got my Xbox One. I obviously got BO3, but I also got a little game called oh crap, I'm blanking now on the name. The Christmas zombie one. I know you know what it is.
Oh,
Dead Rising 4.
Dead Rising 4. I did. I'll never forget that too.
It's the most hated Dead Rising, but it's my favorite Dead Rising. I freaking love that game. There was nothing like getting that game on Christmas and playing it all night. That was the first one I popped in. I popped it in before BO3. And I played that story mode all freaking night, and it was all Christmas vibes. Dude, I freaking loved that game.
I'll never forget.
Is one of my favorite memories, playing that on Christmas.
I'll never forget FaceTiming you. I remember this Christmas. I remember FaceTiming you. Or calling you, I think it was on, well, back then we was FaceTiming on Snap. I remember I FaceTimed you on Snapchat, and I asked you what you got for Christmas. I asked you what type of video games you got for Christmas. And I remember we both got Dead Rising 4 for Christmas.
Dude, that game is so good, and I do not understand why Dead Rising fans hate that game. That game is so freaking good. I love that game.
I played...
endlessly replayable at Christmas time.
That was the first one I've ever played, but I played the other ones now, but dude, that one is...
I played snippets growing up.
Yeah.
I've liked Dead Rising 2 and 3, I think. Yeah. But Dead Rising 4, dude, oh my gosh. There was nothing like playing that on Christmas night. The vibes were, oh my gosh, Christmas break. And then I also got Forza 3 that year, and that's a good, dude, I loved playing through Forza 3.
We got into
Forza Horizon 3.
We got into Forza a little bit, 2 years ago, was it? We kind of played the shit out of it.
Yeah, but it was like literally the same game.
Yeah.
I think it's like Forza Horizon 5, and it literally was the same as 3, and I was like, oh geez, what are they doing? They
drop it and say, well, we're going to get you two new cars this time. New map, new cars. Like, 2 new cars.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. When we loaded up, I was like, dude, this is literally Forza Horizon 3.
And then
just different cars.
Halfway of the new one being out, they re-dropped the Hot Wheels thing. I never played it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, I did buy it just to try it out. Because I thought it would be different. Because that's the one we was grinding it, and I started getting bored.
Yeah.
But
Horizon 3 was fun, though, because I remember watching videos on like how to make the fastest drag racing cars. I got really big into just drag racing, the online people. So, and then I remember going around finding all the barn finds. That was a fun game to play through. That was the first Forza game I ever played, so it was a fun experience. I loved that. It's probably my favorite Forza just by default.
All right. I got 2 more questions and our time will be up, but I ask everyone this question. What is your thoughts on GTA 6?
Just release it. You're not that cool.
Yes.
Rockstar. Okay, Rockstar, you're cool. You're not that cool. Just release it.
Yes.
Like, I get if you're just trying to fix the game, but like, come on, dude.
Yeah,
at this point, I really like it's dampened on me so much that when it comes, I'll play it, but like my hype is gone.
Yeah.
To be completely honest with you.
A lot of people's hype has faded for this.
I'd rather have Red Dead 3 at this point.
Yeah. Yes, at this point, but the thing is, we don't know how long that's going to be. They're taking this long for this.
I'll get excited when it comes within a month of release date. That's when I'll start getting excited, and I will play it.
All right, I got one last question for you. Will you ever make gaming videos again?
Never say never, but it's not on my plate right now.
Alrighty.
I do get the bug every once in a while, and I probably will stream gaming. That's one I could almost promise. Like, I can almost guarantee you that at some point I will just chill. Like, even on my movie channel, if we're just chilling, playing something, and talking about movies. That's something I could imagine happening. So if anything, you could look forward to that. But as far as videos go, never say never, but nothing right now.
All right. Well, that's going to be the end of the podcast. This is Ruger here with Steven Hendrix. We'll catch you guys on the next one.